back to my YouTube channel. My name's Megan, just in case you don't know me already, and I'm back with another super exciting video. In case you didn't guess by the title, I'm going to be doing a full face of Beauty Bay products. Not quite a full face because Beauty Bay haven't got things like concealer and foundation, primer, that kind of thing, but I have got a bunch of things to try that I haven't used yet. So I've actually got some bronzers to try, I've got some highlighters to try, and I've got some blushes to try. I've got the Beauty Bay eye base to try, the little crayon eyeliners. I've got these liquid crystal eyeshadows to try out, and some little lip glosses too. I have both of the new palettes as well, the Sunset Horizons and the Book of Magic. Sunset Horizons and Book of Magic. So I'm going to be playing with this as well today. I did actually get this idea from two of my lovely friends, Makeup of Alex K and Lizzie Demetrio, so I will link their videos down below too, so you can check those out right after you watch this video. And if you are new here, welcome. I'd love it if you hit that subscribe button, and let's get into the video. So today I'm actually going to start off with my eyes, and I'm going to use the Beauty Bay Book of Magic palette, and this is what the palette looks like. It's absolutely beautiful. I think they've just nailed the colour story. I love the look of this palette so much, even though I don't really do blue, but I'm kind of getting into blue at the minute, so I'm excited by this palette. I cannot wait to test it out on my eyes. But first I want to do a couple of swatches, I think. What else? This one looks kind of interesting too. We'll just swatch a few. Let's go with this bronzy one. That one's a little bit more crumblier than the others, but let's see what those look like. I'm so curious about this one. This one looks absolutely stunning. Let's swatch that one first. Wow, I don't think I have a colour like this. That's beautiful. Oh, that blue's amazing. That swatched so well. And then this is the one in the middle at the bottom. Oh, that's kind of like grungy. Oh, that one, that last one, the one in the top row, actually swatched really nice. And that's what those little shimmers look like. Definitely think I want to use that blue. And I never normally say that, but this one's absolutely stunning. This would be really nice along with the neutrals, just to, I don't know, it's like neutrals but on a twist. I like it. So I'm just going to give this a try first. This is the eye base, and I've got it in base 2. This is my first time giving this a go. Doe is like quite small, not a lot came out. And the shade looks kind of good for me. Number 2. So yeah, the base soaked in really well. It's not as tacky as other bases. Maybe I didn't put as much on. The first shade that I'm actually going to take is this shade Voodoo, which is that one right there. The really dark purple in the palette. And I'm going to take that on a 321 brush and just map out my crease, what I normally do. These are so pigmented, like I really haven't put that much product on. I do have a lot of fallout, which is why I didn't do my base first, because I had a feeling that I would get some fallout with these darker shades, and I would not want to try and get that really dark purple off my base. So I'm just going to blend that a little bit with the M506 brush, and I'm going to use this shade Sorcery, this one right there, to blend that out with. And I'm going to take the shade Enchanted to blend that out even further. So I am just gonna hop off camera and really intensify the purple. So finish building and blending, and the colours, I was a little bit worried about them at first, but the colours actually built up and blended so well and so smooth. As soon as I got a fluffy brush on them, they just blended out really smooth. And I have cut my crease with the Beauty Bay eye base. It's not the best cut crease, so I think I'm definitely going to line my cut crease with one of these liquid crystal eyeshadows. For my lid, I was actually going to take the shade right here called Crystal, but instead I'm going to take this blue one because of how well it swatched before and I'm totally obsessed with it. So this one is the shade Spell, and I'm going to use a Gesso 237 to do that, and I'm gonna spray it as well actually. Oh, look at that shade, that's beautiful. I'm not being too neat because I will clean up that cut crease bit with one of the liquid shadows. So I think I'm going to take a little bit of that shade Sorcery just to try and blend the blue into the purple a little bit more. So I think I'm going to take the Live My Best Light Liquid Crystal Eyeshadow in the shade Fluorite, like that. I'm just undecided now. I might do just go in with a silver. No, I'll go with this. Said I was gonna go with this, I'll go with this. Now, to do that, I'm gonna use the Yeoman brush in 0. So this is what it's looking like at the minute. And I'm just gonna hop off camera and clean everything up, match this eye,
put my primer, foundation, concealer, powder.
I'm back and this is what the eyes are looking like. I really enjoyed playing with this, so I'm really excited to give this another go and use it as an eyeshadow because it was super foily and it's such a pretty colour. But I have just thrown my base on. I've used the XX Revolution Hydro Quench primer and I love this stuff, it's so nice. My foundation today is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless foundation. My concealer is the Collection Lasting Perfection concealer, and I've also set my face with the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. And I know my eyes are a bit odd, but it is only the second time that I've done a look like this, so I'm still learning, I'm still working on it. So I think I am just gonna finish off my eye look and then we will move on to the base products. So for my lower lash line, I'm gonna take this shade right here, the shade Bewitched. Not that shade. This shade right here, the shade Bewitched. I don't feel like this shade's packing on as well. Not on a tacky base, so I would suggest using a tacky base. So I did just add a little bit of that shade Sorcery to my outer corners on my lower lash line just to try and tie things in a little bit more. And I'm going to take a little bit of this shade right here, which is called Wish, just to buff it out a little bit on the lower lash line, blend it a little bit. And for my inner corner and brow bone, I'm going to take the shade Crystal, and I'm hoping that this shade is going to be light enough to brighten up the inner corner. If not, I'll have to go in with that silver shade. And I'm actually using a M515 brush. I saw Makeup with Alex Kate use this brush to do her inner corner and brow bone, and I was like, I really need that brush. She's making me need that brush. and I have used it a few times and I do actually really like it. I think I'm going to take a little bit of this Moonlight shade and I'm just going to do my brow bone with that shade. So I'm just going to nip off camera once again. I'm going to apply the shade Minted, put some mascara on, put some eyelashes on, and then I'll be right back. Now my eyes are done. I used these eyelashes from Revolution that came in the Cinderella collection. If you missed that video, I will leave that linked down below so you can check that out right after this video. But now I want to go in with a bronzer. I have two bronzers. I've got one in the shade Fawn, which looks like this, and one in the shade Donut that looks like this. So what they look like side by side. As you can see, they look pretty similar, just this one looks a tiny bit cool toned. But I think today I'm actually going to go in with this Donut shade, which is the second lightest shade, and it looks just a little bit more cool toned. And then I will use the shade Fawn when I review the Sunset Horizons palette. If you do want to see how this performs, then it should be up pretty soon. And I'm actually going to use a Beauty Bay brush to do this. This is the Bake Off brush. So far this is looking really nice. I was worried it wouldn't work for my skin, but it's actually looking really nice. I really like this shade of bronzer, it's really nice. I'm really impressed with that. Next, I think I will take a highlighter. So I have the shade Flash, which is the lightest one. That's like, looks like a champagne kind of shade from the pan. Might swatch a little bit different. And then I have the second lightest one, which is in the shade Beam, and that's what that one looks like. You can see that there is more of a difference between the very lightest one and then the next to lightest one. So I'm really not sure if this shade is even going to work on me. I think today I'm going to use the shade Flash, and I'll probably save this one for my Sunset Horizons video. How have I had this for so long and not used it? And now I have 3 blushes because I like blushes. But I have the shade Bitten, which looks like that. I have the shade Blossom, which looks like that one. And I also have the shade Peachy, which looks like that. All 3 of them look like. Now, I actually bought this Blossom and this Peach shade because I watched Miss EC Beauty on YouTube and I saw her lay those two up and I was like, wow, they are stunning laid up together. So I will link her video down below where she used those shades because they looked stunning and I was like, yeah, I need those shades. I think I'm going to try the shade Bitten. I'm actually so impressed with all 3 of these. They blended so nice and yeah, I'm so happy with them. Can't believe it's taken me so long to actually use them. I feel like I'm going to be using them like every single day. The packaging is like a little bit on the cheap side, but it's so compact that you could store them like so nice. Like they are flat, and then I love Beauty Bay's packaging and the whole branding, so I love it. And they're really, really good products, so I can forgive the cheap packaging because it, like I said, it stores so well. I have all these and like they're just so compact. So I do actually have 4 lipsticks to try. I have the shade Mocha, the shade Candy, the shade Slippers and the shade Petal. I won't lie to you, I have used these before this video. So before I made this look, I picked out some lipsticks and I have some pretty bold colours sitting in front of me that I wouldn't normally go for because I wasn't sure what was going to go really well with this. So this is the finished result. What do you think? I'm not totally sold on my lip combo, but it was the Colourpop Lippy Pencil in the shade Mamacita. And I went with the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink in the shade Creator. And it's a bold look. It's so bold. It's so out of my comfort zone. And I'm so undecided because I feel like I look so different like this. And I just don't know. I didn't end up using a lip gloss because I just didn't think any of them would complement this look, so I didn't want to use on it and risk ruining the look. So rounding up, and we'll start off with the Book of Magic Beauty Bay palette. I absolutely love it. I think the packaging is super sleek, so really good size palette, and you get 20 shades, decent sized pans. You do get a mirror up here as well, and I think it's absolutely stunning. I think Beauty Bay just nail the colour stories all the time, like the matte to shimmer ratio, they've just got it. And then these blending shades that they put into the palette to help you blend shades out, like they just get it, like they just give us what we want. I feel like this palette is just such good quality as well. Like the shimmers are so good, and I love the Beauty Bay matte eyeshadow formula too, and there's loads of colour combinations that you could do with this. I'm definitely going to be playing with this more, and I highly recommend it. As I mentioned before, the bronzer, the highlighter and the blusher I absolutely loved. I'm totally obsessed with them. Love the packaging, super compact and just really nice shades. These Live in My Best Light liquid eyeshadows, I do need to try more, and I'm interested to try more shades. And yeah, the eye base based off first impressions, yeah, it's really nice, but it's got really good coverage too. All it says that the doe is just really small. I would prefer a slightly bigger doe because you do have to probably dip in twice to just do one eye. And the eyeliners I absolutely love. They're like pastel-y, but they're really pigmented, and they show up really well. I've used these quite a few times, and I've used them quite a few times on my channel too, so I know you already like these, and I do recommend these. But these are pastel ones, they're not going to be like the Barry M ones. They're like bam in your face. These are pastel shades. I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed. And thank you so much for watching my video today, and make sure you hit that like button if you did enjoy this video, and I'd really love it if you'd hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!